Hello, my name is Tuki, and today I'm going to talk about my CAS project and CAS in general. So first of all, what was my CAS project? My CAS project was the Nepal Club, and basically what I did along with the other members of the club is we fundraised pretty much all year round, and we raised over $30,000, and with that money we donated to 3 schools that we work with in Nepal. Most of the money is going to the school over in Bandipur, Nepal, to implement a sustainable meal plan there, and some of the rest of the money is used to buy like school supplies and rebuilding one of the other schools in Nagarkot, Nepal that had been destroyed from the recent earthquake. And yeah, I mean, it's a great project. I was really glad to be a part of it. And yeah, it was honestly really fun, and I'll talk about it, throughout this whole video. Anyway, what was my activity part? My activity was basketball, pretty much. In the winter, I played for the boys varsity basketball, and yeah, it was really fun. This is not just, I'm not just saying this, but I actually did make a lot of friends, and it's like really cool how honestly any unit sport really brings people together and like makes long-lasting friendships. Then for the spring season, I didn't play any unit sports, but I did train with a personal trainer named Coach Connor Lawrence, and he's a great trainer. He's a great guy. I have some videos of me working out in my reflection. So, what was the highlight of CAS? The highlight of CAS was definitely traveling across the world to Nepal during spring break. That was one of the best experiences in my life. Everything was good. I mean, we taught kids there, and the kids were just like fantastic. They were so enthusiastic to learn, and you really build a really strong bond with them. And like you take pictures with them, you like tickle them, and it's like you blow bubbles with them. Like, it was really fun. And then also in Nepal, we also visited. We did a lot of tourism, which was also like really cool. And it's also like you were in quarters with your friends, so you really grow close to them. Like, they say that if you want to get close to someone, travel with them, and like it's definitely true. Like, this is the first time like I've gone across the world with my classmates, and yeah, it was like I'm like really serious. It was like really fun, and like I really do miss Nepal, like all the little things, all the late nights, staying up, the kids, teaching the kids, and yeah, so that was probably the most enjoyable part about CAS for me. So the next question is, can you identify some of your own strengths, and how did you develop areas for growth? So, in September, Jamie Darty, the head of the Nepal Club, told us like our goal for the year is $30,000. Like 30,000, that's like a lot of money. And I'll be honest, it was kind of intimidating at the beginning of the year, and she told us, like, especially us being Tut 3s and the people who are going to Nepal, and then we'd be Tut 4s the next year, we'd have to be the ones doing most of the fundraising. And like, I'll be honest, I'm not really like good at fundraising. I'm not good at like going around Eunice, asking my neighbors, even my family. I'm not good at asking my family to donate money and like convincingly tell them that what they're donating to is for like really a good cause. However, I definitely got better at it, and so in the second semester I started selling stuff for the Nepal Club, stuff that Miss Darty and the Tut Force this year had bought the year before, and I just sold them at parent-teacher conferences. And like throughout the parent-teacher conferences, I got better at like attracting people, and like I ended up they ended up buying the stuff. Another thing I realized, as I said, I'm not really good at fundraising, but I started using my own skills to raise money. So one of the things I'm really proud about in my life, right, is is video making and video editing. That's one of my passions in life. And so I made this video for Nepal. I made this video. So after the Nepal trip, I actually made a video. No one told me to make it. I just made it myself. And I made the video and everyone loved it. It has over 550 views right now on YouTube. And yeah, I mean, like, a lot of the high school has seen it. So a parent actually approached me after and told me like they had seen my video, they really liked it, and that they offered me to make a video for them in exchange for a $1,000 donation to the Nepal Club. So of course I had to say yes. Like, this was like my perfect opportunity to fundraise. And so I made the video, and so I think it's a pretty good video. And he donated $1,000 in my name. Like thank you to him. He didn't have to do that, but thank you to him anyway, in my name. And that $1,000 came towards the end of the year, and that actually really helped us get to that 30,000 goal that, you know, we had set back in September. So that was like really good. And I'll be honest, I was kind of hesitant to make the video because it was coming towards the end of the year, you know, finals with all my like exams that I have to study for, and I just had a bunch of assignments, and the time that I had was really tight. But you know, I made the time for it and I got it done, and I think it turned out really great. And yeah. How did you demonstrate how to initiate and plan a CAS experience? So one thing that I did was, the second I got accepted to the Nepal Club trip, I knew I wanted to make a video for sure, because, you know, I love making videos, and going to Nepal, you don't just go to Nepal every day. So I knew I wanted to make a video about it, and I knew that if I made the video good enough, you know, we could get it out there, get it on YouTube, get it to Eunice's parents, get it to, you know, my Facebook friends, my friends' friends on Facebook, and they could donate. And that's what I did. So I actually planned. I had to buy another lens for my camera, because I knew I'd be taking like some really like portrait-y shots. I don't know if that makes sense, but like portrait-y shots when we were at the schools. And I had to talk to Bijan, which is Miss Darty's fiance, and Femke Tayunison, who is another student who went on the trip, about like filming and stuff, because we were all at 3 different schools, so I needed footage from all 3 schools. And so I just talked to them about it, and then I got footage from all 3 schools. And yeah, I mean, it definitely took a lot of planning. Like, I even had to make a shot list of like things I wanted, people I wanted, how many like kids would be in like a specific shot at a, you know, particular part in the video, you know, with respect to the song that I had chosen for the video. And so I was, you know, I'll be honest, I was really prepared to make the video. And then once I got back, I had to edit it. I edited the video in about 2 days. That's all I did, because I had a couple of days off, and that's all I did. I just edited the video. And yeah, it's out now, and I showed Miss Darty, and she loved it, and now it's on our Facebook page, our Nepal Club website. It's on my YouTube channel, and it definitely helped get a lot of donations. We sent it out to a lot of Tut House and middle school parents, and a lot of teachers too, in Eunice in general. And it really shined a light on Nepal Club and really the value of our trip, and we got a lot of donations from that. So yeah, I was really proud of that. So the next question is, did you recognize and consider the ethics of choices in action? So something really interesting, there was a video that was circulating around the high school in about you know, March, April, May, and it was a video talking about how voluntourism is bad. And basically voluntourism is just, you know, when you go to another country, you volunteer for a little bit, and, you know, you also do tourism. That's why it's called voluntourism. And so there is a lot of, I mean, people were talking about like, wow, is the Nepal trip bad? Because, you know, this lady has some pretty fair, legit points about why voluntourism is bad. But the main point of that thing was that voluntourism is bad because people who do volunteerism just go there maybe for 2-3 days. They teach at a school or something. They teach them English and math, and then they just leave. And even though they build these like really strong bonds with the kids, they just leave. And she used the word abandon, which I think is kind of exaggerating, but she used the word abandon. And and basically the Nepal trip is like, it's nothing like that. Like, yes, we only spent, I think, like 5 days with the kids, and we did build really strong bonds with them, and then we left. But I don't think we abandoned them. If even like we can see it in an example. There were two Tut 4s, Layla and Natasha, who were in the club last year, who also went on our trip this year, and they recognized a lot of the kids there, and the kids recognized them. Also, considering that I am an executive committee member, I just got on the executive committee board of the Nepal Club, there is a very high possibility that I am able to go on the trip next year. And of course, if I do get the opportunity to go on the trip next year, I will go on the trip next year. And that is pretty much contradictory to what this woman was saying in her video about how we're abandoning these kids that, we're making bonds with. And we also like brought them a lot of like new materials and stuff. Like, for example, I, along with some of my friends, we all got our classes soccer balls, like new soccer balls. They had soccer balls there, but they're all like, worn out, torn. So we got them new soccer balls, and those soccer balls will definitely last like 1 or 2 years, like at least. And yeah, and we got them a bunch of materials, whiteboards, which are, really sustainable. And yeah, how were you able to demonstrate the skills and recognize the benefits of working collaboratively? So I talked a little about this in my written reflection, but I wasn't really good at teaching the little kids over in Nepal. So I have a bunch of little nieces in Madagascar, and I love them. Like, I'm usually the one who's responsible to take care of them, and it's like so easy to talk to them. They're really fun, but they're not like too enthusiastic. They're not like hard to manage. So I really thought I would be good at, managing, teaching these kids in Nepal, but I was wrong. Don't get me wrong, I love the kids over there, but they were like really enthusiastic, especially because we had brought them like so many like new materials, so many things they've probably never seen before. And yeah, they were really enthusiastic, and on the first day, it was kind of hard to manage them. Like, we had to, at one point, they were definitely really bored in the classroom, so we had to take them outside, play with them. But then, they always wanted to play, and then it was hard to get them back into the classroom. Anyway, luckily, we had Layla in Tut 4 who speaks Nepali, and she helped us, and as a group, there were about 10 of us, 10 Tut 3 students at the school I was teaching at, and as a group, we came up with ideas how to, collaborate between classes, between grades, and how to also just get them to calm down. We'd share materials, maybe if, I had some extra beads, for example, to make bracelets, I'd give them to another class because I know all the kids love the beads, and giving them to another class that would maybe calm them down, get them into a nice arts and crafts thing that the kids could focus on, and they wouldn't be too rowdy and hard to manage. So yeah, definitely yes, I love working collaboratively. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is just how I decided on my CAS project. So initially I wanted to do YouTube, which I still do, and I wanted to do YouTube as my CAS project. YouTube involves creativity, and that's it. And so I thought I could do YouTube as my CAS project, but it turns out I couldn't, and I'm honestly glad I didn't. It's not like I wouldn't have done Nepal Club if I could have done YouTube as my CAS project, but it was just good because it's kind of cool how by the end of it I was able to merge the two, because I really love YouTube and I love making videos and posting them online, and it was cool how I was able to use my platform, the YouTube platform, as a way to help us fundraise for the club, and I know I already talked about this, but I was just so happy when I made the video, because literally no one told me to make the video, and no one knew I was going to make the video. I just told myself I was going to make the video, and I showed people, and everyone loved it. And I realized why it was so good was because there was emotion involved. It made the watcher feel some sort of emotion. You kind of got a glimpse into how close we got with the kids, and how, enjoyable the whole trip was in general. And I realized that when you make videos, you have to incorporate emotion into them, because that's how you really connect with your audience. And my audience are just people who watch my YouTube videos, and I guess my audience kind of grows because now more parents, more just teachers in general, faculty members in Eunice know that I make videos, and it's helped me and it helped the Nepal Club, so it's mutually beneficial. And I'm glad that I was able to, impress someone with my video skills and end up getting a pretty hefty donation into the Nepal Club fund. So yeah, that's really all there is to my CAS project and CAS in general, and yep, I hope you enjoyed.